So we just don't get the couch. A little bit of this issue. Did you press it? Is it recording right now?
What?
Shut this off.
Sometimes I like to leave them. She gets on.
Watch fire.
What?
It'll be 24.
Now you are on a short list, whether you say so or not, for vice president. Do you ever pinch yourself and say, holy cow, how am I here? I pinch myself because of the understanding that I've been blessed with a real rare opportunity that few Americans ever get to serve their government and their people at this level. It doesn't escape me that less than half a decade ago, my family lived in very different circumstances. My dad was a bartender, my mom was a maid. It was unimaginable that anybody in the next generation would be able to attain. I mean, this is what other people did, not, people that came from where they came from. So those things strike me. The other stuff is fleeting. What will matter is what I do here. There are a lot of people out there who would like to see you on the ticket. Some have concerns about your past. One is this credit card. When you're Speaker of the Florida House, you charge personal expenses on this party-issue credit card. What happened with that? the end of every month, we would get those statements. We would see what was on there that was party related, and the party would pay that. If it wasn't party related, I would pay that directly to American Express. Now, obviously, in hindsight, it looks bad, right? I mean, why are you using the party credit card at all? Well, some of these expenses were because a travel agent had the number, the credit card number, and they billed it to that card instead of the other card. Sometimes it was just a mistake. Literally